Hello guys! I would like to say thank you to all who subscribe to my YouTube channel. For teachers of Romblon, please comment your name, your school, and your significant learning from these episodes on my YouTube channel to receive a certificate of participation on this online Matarlan. Remember, comment your name, the name of your school, and your significant learning on this episode on my YouTube channel to receive a certificate of participation on this online Mataralan. Mataralan is a division-initiated learning action cell. In today's episode, I will be sharing to you the different language-based strategies in teaching mathematics. The next language strategy is defining format for mathematical clarity. Defining format is a strategy that shows students how to explain the detailed and precise meanings of the major terms they use to communicate their understanding of mathematics. Categorization is essential in mathematical definition. Categorization is the process in which ideas and objects are recognized, differentiated, and understood. It implies that objects are grouped, usually for some specific purpose, just like what you are seeing on the screen. For example, you may ask your students the question, "What is a triangle?" The students should look for the category of the triangle. In our sample, it is a polygon. The next is to identify the characteristics of the triangle. In our sample, there are at least three characteristics of a triangle. Defining format for mathematical clarity can be used inside the classroom as assessment and as beginning writing exercise. The next strategy is profile. Profile is a text organizer and outlines that help students keep to the topic and follow a plan. It is also a template into which students plug appropriate information to solve a problem or explain a mathematical concept. It allows the students to organize or reorganize information based on both prior knowledge and research. When students learn to write text consistently organized, they learn to internalize the sound of good writing so that eventually they can organize the writing independently and in their own voice. Example, let us make a profile of a number. The instruction is complete the information in this profile, then write a story or an article about the number you have selected. Be sure to follow the organization of the profile. This is now the sample of the story from the profile that I have made. Every number in our numbering system has a story. Here is a part of the story related to the number 7. 7 is an odd number, which means it cannot be divided in half to make two whole numbers. In addition to its cardinal name, 7, it has the ordinal name seventh, as in the seventh day. Like all our numbers, we can write 7 as a Roman numeral using letters V, I, and I. But when we use Roman numerals, we lose the system of place value, making it very hard to add or subtract, except in our heads. That's because we need 0 for place value. Speaking of place value, we can place 0 to the right of the 7 and get 70, or 2 zeros and get 700, or 6 zeros and get 7 million. We can keep placing zeros to infinity. 7 is a number that has only two factors, 1 and 7. This means that 7 can be divided only by 1 where the answer is 7, or it can be divided by itself, 7 divided by 7, and the answer is 1. This type of number that only has two factors is called a prime number and is similar to the numbers 1, 3, and 5. When 7 is a fraction, as in 1/7, we can convert that fraction to a decimal. And if we take it to 4 places, we get 0.1429. Of course, we can go beyond 4 places, and in the case of 1/7, we would go on forever. The square root of 7 is not a whole number. By using a calculator to get the square root of 7, the answer is 2.6458 and can be continued. All numbers can be positive and negative, so that negative 7 is written as negative 7. When we add a positive number such as positive 8, the answer is positive 1. The idea of positive and negative numbers is easier to understand when we look at a number line as illustrated. Now, we can see that negative 7 plus negative 3 equals negative 10. The geometric figure that represents 7 is called a heptagon, from the Greek word hept meaning 7. The number 7 is used in many ways, such as 7 days in the week. In ancient times, there was the 7 wonders of the world. As we can see, a number is more than just a number. It is a symbol of mathematical, historical, and geographic information. The rubric on the screen can be used to rate the output of the students. Lastly, let us discuss frame. Frame is syntactic structures, which include sentence stem or partial sentences. It is also a text organizer and outline that helps students keep to the topic and follow a plan. Frame helps students concentrate on the mathematical information they need to impart with minimum concern about the beginning, middle, and end of the writing. It also allows students to practice internalizing the sound of good writing so that eventually they can organize their writing independently and in their own voice. Let us answer this problem using frame. You have 3 empty containers. The first container can hold 3 liters. The second container can hold 5 liters. And the third container can hold 9 liters. How can you use these containers to measure exactly 7 liters of water? The steps in the problem have been framed out. Follow the steps and write what you did to get 7 liters. Give this table to your students and let them think of how they will solve the problem. After they have come up with their respective answers, tell them to write their answers following the frame on the screen. This is one of the possible answers. To get exactly 7 liters from 3 containers that can hold 3 liters, 5 liters, and 9 liters, I did these steps. First, I filled the 9-liter container, giving me 9 liters of water. Second, I filled the 3-liter container, giving me 12 liters of water. Third, I emptied the contents of the 3-liter container into the 5-liter container. I still have 12 liters of water and space for 2 more liters in 5-liter container. Fourth, I emptied 2 liters of water from the 9-liter container into the 5-liter container. I still have 12 liters of water in total, but only 7 liters in the 9-liter container. Finally, I emptied the 5-liter container and have exactly 7 liters of water left. Problem solving must not be auto-training of calculation or procedural skills only. One of the best avenues to develop students' communication skills is asking them to explain solutions to problems. The skill of explanation can be developed by training students in a logical or step-by-step thinking, just like in frames. Consider also your students' needs in modifying frames. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something from this episode. Don't forget to subscribe po. Thank you.